Do you love beef but you're unsure if you can eat it with diabetes? Then stay tuned, because today I am diving into the research and revealing everything you need to know about beef and blood sugar. Hey everyone, Erin here with Healthy Mom, Happy Family, and I am so excited to have you join me today because I am tackling a question that I get asked a lot. Is it okay to eat beef if you have diabetes? And since there's so much confusion out there in regards to beef and health, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to make a video to discuss the topic for my new video series, Can I Eat That with Diabetes? So I teamed up with the Northeast Beef Promotion Initiative to share today's video and to share with you the research behind beef and health, how beef impacts blood sugar, and what cuts of beef are best to eat with diabetes. And I'm gonna be sharing with you an incredibly easy and blood sugar friendly recipe that you don't wanna miss. But before we dive in, I just wanna remind you that if you're looking for more education on what to eat to manage diabetes or quick tips and blood sugar friendly recipes, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now, before I show you one of my favorite recipes that I know you're gonna love, I wanted to discuss the impact of eating beef on health. Now, beef contains no carbohydrate, so adding beef to your plate will not directly spike your blood sugar levels. But one concern I hear from many of my clients with diabetes is that they're concerned eating beef will raise cholesterol levels. Now, if you have diabetes, keeping your cholesterol levels within a healthy range is important, since a diagnosis of diabetes can significantly increase your risk of heart disease. So here's the deal on cholesterol and beef. A large body of research shows that eating lean beef as part of a heart-healthy dietary plan can maintain normal cholesterol levels. In fact, there have been more than 20 research studies that support including lean beef in a heart-healthy diet and lifestyle. But the key term here is lean. The American Heart Association recommends that when you choose a meat, including beef, you choose the leanest cuts available. You trim the visible fat, and you use lean cooking methods like broiling, roasting, or poaching. And pairing lean beef with fiber-rich vegetables, fruits, and whole grains is also key to promoting heart health. Now, finding lean cuts of beef doesn't have to be hard. There's actually more than 36 cuts of beef that meet the government guidelines for lean. Now, in order to be classified as lean by the USDA, cooked fresh meat needs to contain fewer than 10 grams of total fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat or less, and fewer than 95 milligrams of cholesterol per a 3-ounce cooked serving. And if you're wondering what a 3-ounce serving size is, it's pretty much equal to the size of a deck of cards. Now, when you're shopping for lean beef cuts, a good rule of thumb is to look for words like round or loin, like sirloin, tenderloin, or eye-round roast to help identify lean cuts. And if you're shopping for ground beef, choosing 90% lean or leaner is a great idea. You can also drain and rinse the high-fat ground beef options before cooking. Okay, so I have something so exciting for you now, because now that you know you can eat lean cuts of beef while managing diabetes, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite blood sugar friendly recipes. Now this is beef and pasta Asian peanut sauce. Now, with my family, this is a huge hit, and I know you're gonna love it too. And when we look at this recipe, even including the pasta, per serving, it contains 37 grams of carbohydrate. Now, that works well for most diabetes meal plans, but if you wanna cut the carbs even further with this recipe, I'm gonna highlight to you a few simple swaps that you can use to make it happen while we're going through it. Okay, so let's talk about what you need, because with this recipe, you only need 8 ingredients, and you probably have most of them already in your kitchen. So this is what you need to make this recipe, and it's super simple. You're gonna take about 1 1/4 pounds of a beef top round steak, so a nice lean steak. We're gonna take 5 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. We're gonna divide it because some's gonna be for the steak, some's gonna be for the peanut sauce. You need 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. You need a teaspoon of water, and anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, as well as ginger. And then you're just gonna need some uncooked spaghetti noodles, about 6 ounces. Or if you wanna cut the carbs further, you can swap this out with any low-carb pasta alternatives. So things like edamame pasta, shirataki noodles, any of that works fine. You're also gonna want about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil for cooking the meat, and 1/2 cup of seeded and cubed cucumber. So real easy right there to get your vegetable in. So that's pretty simple, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you exactly how to make this dish, But just so you know, I'm also going to be linking to the full recipe below so you can save it and print it so you can go shopping for the ingredients or follow it step by step when you make it at home. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cook my pasta in boiling water. Now, I set that aside, it's going to be cooking, and as that's boiling, I am going to be preparing the sauce. Now this is really easy. All you're gonna do is take your 3 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, and if you want, you can even use low sodium here if you wanna reduce the sodium further. So we're gonna just mix that in a bowl along with the creamy peanut butter. I heat this so it's a little easier to mix. Just a few seconds in the microwave and it softens it up right there. Put that in here. And then a little bit of ginger, crushed red pepper, and our water. Once that's there, you're gonna mix that all together, nice and creamy and smooth. And this is gonna be the sauce that we are going to put onto the pasta once it is cooked and drained. Okay, so now we have our steak here, and what you wanna do with the steak, and you can see I did this here, is cut it into really thin slices, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And we are going to now take this and marinate it in the remaining teriyaki sauce. Now, what I like to do, make this nice and easy, is I usually take it into a zip closed bag. I put the steak in, I put the sauce in, and I'm just gonna let it sit and marinate while I finish draining the pasta and adding the peanut sauce. So really easy, you're just gonna take your pieces of steak, you're gonna put them right here into the bag. Okay, so now that I have all my steak in the bag, I'm just gonna take the remaining teriyaki sauce, pour it in the bag, like that. I'm going to close it, and then I just shake it up a bit. All right, so all the beef is coated, and I'm just gonna let that sit and marinate while we check on our pasta. Okay, so now that the pasta's done and it's been coated with the sauce, now it is time to cook our beef. And you can see that I've added the oil to this pan already, so it's hot. We're gonna put in the beef and just put in about 1/2 at a time so you can cook it evenly. And you're gonna cook each piece of beef about 1 to 2 minutes per side until it gets, it's no longer pink on the outside. And you wanna make sure it's reaching the internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, you also wanna be careful not to overcook it. So we're gonna cook some of the beef, and then rotate it, cook the rest of the beef, and once it's done, we'll put the rest of the recipe together. Okay, so now that the steak is done, what I've done is I've removed it from the heat, and all we have to do is add in our prepared noodles and our sliced cucumber, mix it all together, and this dish is ready to eat. It really doesn't get much simpler than that. So I'm gonna mix it all together, and then we're gonna serve it up. Okay, look at that. Man, does that not look amazing? I can't wait to dig into this dish, and I know you're gonna love it too. Now, per serving, this recipe provides 444 calories along with 37 grams of carbohydrate, 2 grams of fiber, 17 grams of total fat, 4 comes from saturated fat, and 34.5 grams of protein. So when it comes to managing blood sugar, this dish really provides a good balance of protein, fat, and carbohydrate to help maintain healthy blood sugar levels after eating it. All right, so what's the bottom line on beef and diabetes? Well, you can eat beef while managing blood sugar, but just make sure to choose lean cuts of beef whenever possible. And balancing your meals to pair your protein with fiber-rich vegetables and whole grains not only can go a long way to help promote heart health, but it also can help to keep blood sugar levels within a healthy range. But always remember, every person with diabetes is an individual and will respond to individual foods and recipes differently. So the best way to know how your blood sugar will respond to eating a lean cut of beef, or to even respond to the recipe I just shared, is to test your blood sugar often. And of course, always discuss the best dietary choices for you and your own individual health needs with your diabetes care team. Okay, so I want to hear from you. Do you include lean beef into your diabetes meal plan? And if you do, what is your favorite way to enjoy it? Comment below and let me know, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you like today's video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss new tips, tricks, and recipes to help you manage your blood sugar. For more nutrition information and lean beef recipe inspiration, please visit northeastbeef.org. Thanks for joining me.